Hello, and welcome back to another amazing episode of Basically Ella, where I teach you how not to be basic. I'm your host, Ella Lamura, and today, every week, we go through little featured makeup tutorials that focus in depth, step by step tutorials on a basic feature. But today, we're doing something a little bit different. We are actually going to do like a whole 10-minute face because I do get questions. People like, I don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning. I just have kids. I have to get to work. I don't know, so many different variations, so many different reasons why they are don't have a lot of time to get ready in the morning. So let's like get ready together. Do a really quick face that you can get snap it out and just jump out that door, which is fantastic. Um, yeah, should we get started? I think we should. So what's first? You always want to have a nice clean face. You know, cleaner the better. We don't want to pack things onto a dirty face. And then moisturize. I've already done that as well. I'm going to spray myself with a spray. Now, you'd want to vary this to your. Oh, I don't know why my voice just did that. That was crazy. You want to choose a spray that fits your skin tone. Since I have a very oily skin, this is an oil controlling spray. And then same with a primer as well. I use a primer that's going to help control oils because I have a very oily skin. Where the flip did that go? Back. That was amazing. All right. And then we're just going to put that all over. I'm going to focus it mainly in the center of my face because that's where I have my most oils. And then we want to put that on so that we have our makeup stay in place throughout the day. Now, some people don't have to use a primer. I'm a big advocate on if you don't need it on your face and don't apply it on there. So if your makeup lasts throughout the day and you don't have issues with pores or makeup moving, then you don't need that primer. It's just silly to add another layer or another step. But I do because I have oily skin. If I don't do that, I'll have no makeup down the center of my face. All right. Now, concealer. I have very dark eyes. As you can see, this is probably the best you've ever seen me. I'm stunning. I'm gorgeous. I'm giving you like angry lesbian aunt. Maybe not lesbian. Sorry, ladies. Angry aunt. And we're just going to put that under the eye. Can we see that? Yeah, you can see that. Adds nice brightness. And I'm going to put a little bit here too because I do have my lovely little blemishes there. I have a little red mark on my face. My cat decided to like fucking just attack me the other day. Sorry, not attack. My cat was trying to eat a bag of chips and I picked it up because the chip bag was stuck on his head and he freaked out, so he scratched me. Oh, and then we're gonna use a nice damp beauty blender. You want to make sure it's damp so you don't absorb any of the makeup in the skin. You're just softly blending it out. You know, someone asked me why I was doing these little individual makeup shows and not doing something that's going to do the whole face. And then I thought about it. I remember when I first went into a makeup store and things were just very, it was overwhelming when you're new to makeup and you go into a place and there's just so much to do. All right, before we keep going, we're going to pat ourselves. But there's just so much to learn and it can be overwhelming. So I always told people while I was teaching makeup, it's always good to break it down into steps because if you look at the whole picture and you don't know makeup, then it can be just so overwhelming, like I said, for lack of another better word. So if you break it into smaller steps, it makes it more manageable. So then you're like, oh, good, I can do these little things. So that was my goal. Small little steps. And plus, Dustin wanted smaller episodes. So I was like, all right, we could do this. It works out. All right, so powdered under my eye to set all that stuff. And then I'm going to use my face powder. And then we're just going to pat that everywhere. Where I put the bronzer or concealer, I'm just going to push into the place. And then the rest of it, I can swipe because I don't have to worry about my makeup moving around. Hi. This is the one with the chip bag in his face. Do you see him? Hi, little bye. All right, you gotta go down. Bye-bye. Little bugger. And the reason why I'm choosing to use a powder, because it's quick, it's nice, it just evens out the skin tone. Oh, crap, I forgot to do something. No wonder why my hair is in my way. Like, what is this? I know my own steps. I know how to get ready. Apparently, I just don't know how to simplify it. Hi, are you just really determined to, like, play today? Can you see him? Oh, no, you can't see him. He's on my lap. Just putting on, and what's nice about a foundation powder, you want to use a foundation powder, not a setting powder, is that you can build it to your desired depth where you want it. And since I do want just a hint more coverage around my stubble area. Just a hint, not too much. If you already have a beard, I would not put too much powder there because it can adhere to the hair and look very, very heavy. And don't forget to bring it down the neck. We don't need to have those 90s girls where they just had that awesome line. Stunning, beautiful, even. Got it? All right, and then going with bronzer because we need to like put some life back into our skin because we've taken it all away. We're going to go more in depth with bronzer and things like that in the future, but we just want to lightly go around the perimeter of the face. I'm just going to bring a little bit of glow back in the skin. And then if you are a boy or a gender neutral person that's just getting in the makeup, a lot of people like to keep it matte because it doesn't add that little synthetic shine. So you can do that. Looks a little more natural too if you're just going to be like just someone that just wants a bridge into makeup. I don't know the terms to use for this. I'm just like boy or girl, but things need to be non-genderized because I fight that battle. And here I am falling into that little trap of being like, if you're a boy and you want to use matte, it's shameful. But matte's easier to just make it look more like a soft and natural look. So we're just going to put that all over the cheek. Not too heavy. And then just a hint below, a hint of it, not too much. And then whatever's left, I'm going to lightly go across to the nose. Because we don't want to look sun-kissed, or sorry, we want to look sun-kissed and not sunburned. Oh, look at that. Just staring at myself in the mirror. You can see the life coming back in my skin. I look hauntingly dead when we started. Could be myself. You know, this is actually very perfect today. I might have had one too many glasses of wine last night. So this is like, it's bringing me to life. Okay, there we go. See? Simple, easy, done. And then, you don't have to do a lot on the eyes, but since I do have deeper darkness, deeper pigmentation on my eye, I'm just going to use a very soft cream eyeshadow that's going to dry matte just to balance out the tone. And I'm going to bring that right up to my brow bone. As you can see, it's very light. I'm not putting a lot of it on because I don't want it to be too heavy. Can you even tell the difference? Whichever camera we're going for. There we go. So yeah, you can see it. It's brightening up. Things are looking more full of life. Also, my apartment got like insanely hot the last 10 minutes. Like, trying to mattify my face, but my natural shine's already trying to come through. See, super easy. It's actually amazing how much just that little few steps already made my skin just look so much more even and so much more vibrant. Just quick and easy steps to do. And then, since we got all that, I did my eyebrows beforehand because not many people don't have eyebrows. But if you already, I have only little stubs, so to free up time, most people already have a full brow. So we're just going to pretend that this is natural. So just take your brow pencil, lightly fill in where you already have your natural brow line, and then you're going to be good to go. And then, because brow gel, because I don't know if you're like me or not, but I have like hairs that do not like to stay in place. So I'll just throw some brow gel just with the few hairs that I do have so they line up and go the right way that I want it to go. Lovely, lovely, stunning. Then when I'm doing this, I like to use a brown mascara. You can use black if you want, but for the person that's just trying into makeup, a lot of time brown is safe for them. You can do that. Just a tiny bit of definition to the lids. Not a lot, just quick and simple. And then a nice little colored balm, because even though people like to use natural colors, you still want to hint the color. Now this would be my normal basic get out the door, easy done makeup, and I'd be essentially good to go. But since we're teaching you how not to be basic, we're gonna amp it up a tiny bit more because as much as this is nice and it's good to go and it's done easy, you can head out the door, you're going to look revived, life is going to be great. But we want to do a little bit more here. And my cat says he wants to too because he keeps bugging me. He's like, do more, right? All right, we're going to put you back down. Okay, so I like a little bit of sheen on my cheeks. That's one thing I love. So I'm going to use my little bronzer here that has a nice little glow to it. And I'm going to reapply that lightly just on the apples of my cheek. Just to add like a different tonation to it because I already have that bronzer on. I just want to put that really soft, subtle glow within. Oh, it looks like super pink in this camera. But it looks lovely. I'm fine. I'm also a blush person. Sometimes I go a little bit too heavy with it, but that's fine. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit. Beautiful. And then a liquid liner. But I'm going to use a brown liquid liner this time. And then I'm going to go right in. Liner always like makes me slightly hold my breath because I just like don't know why. I feel like that's going to make it go on better. But I'm not going to give myself a wing. I'm just going to square off the corner because that's all I want is just a hint of that darkened lash line. And if you want to learn more about liner, I hope, well, I guess you are if you're subscribed, or you're only watching through the week trial, you need to subscribe because there's going to be a liner class coming up soon. As well as like going through blush and contour. Can you see that? Am I blocking the camera? Third, fifth window, fourth window, breaking the fifth realm. Really should learn that phrase. I do it all the time. So when I say that I'm just cornering off the liner, I'm just like, instead of like creating like a thin point and a thin point and then getting thicker on the top, you like do your liner and just create like a little square at the end. It's kind of like a tiny baby wing, but it's not really because we're squaring it off. Does that make sense? We're going to go in depth one day. You just keep watching. As you can see, just adds a little bit of fullness to the lash line, which is great. Then, the look is not finished without some eyeshadow. So we're using this, which right now is my current 4 favorite shadows. I'm just going to take a little bit of this light color right on my lid. Once again, adding a little bit of brightness on the lid area. Has a little bit of a sheen to it. Do you guys want to have a class on brushes too? I found like these are very important and I can go in very in depth about the different kind of brushes and what they do. Put in the comments if there's any things that you specifically want to learn and we can go over it. I think brushes should be one of them. Then a nice fluffy brush, I'm going to take this color and then I'm just going to put that right in the crease. Now if you're like me and you have a hooded lid, we're going to put it where it looks like there's a crease there and then we're going to look straight ahead. It's gone. We have all this real estate here, but then it disappears with our shadow. So my best bet is you just look straight in the mirror. You can see where your crease is and then just pull in from there. You can see this nice soft brown is just going to put the slightest definition in your lid. Not a lot. See, look at that, lovely. And that's just those 2 colors. Only 2 colors I'm really going to use today. Beautiful. Go back to that other small brush with your light color and we're going to slightly put that in the brow bone. I feel like we should go over like highlighting and contour rules one day too for how to bring forward features and bring it back. That's coming up too. Pay attention. There we go. And since we just had brown mascara on, we're actually going to go put on the darker mascara. For one, I have dark hair, so it makes a little more sense. I do use that brown mascara now and then if I'm going for a very subtle look. But now that we amped it up a tiny little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to put a hint on my bottom lash. Just a hint of it. There we go, lovely. See, it changes everything up. You can only slightly see the bags under my eyes now. And because I want a hint more lip color, I'm going to use a slightly brighter gloss. I think corals work for everyone. I know that we're bridging into winter now and everyone's like, we need to go to mauves, but screw that. There's no rules in makeup. There's guidelines we can follow. But when someone tells you that this is a summer color, you're like, so who cares? It looks great on me. Don't have to wear it. Don't have to not wear it because it's winter. And I love gloss. Who doesn't love gloss? We put this lovely little monitor here for me to see what's going on, but I catch myself staring at myself when I should be speaking to you all. It's beneficial, I agree, so I could see it. But you are my audience. I can look at myself all day long. All right, well, this is like a quick basic look. We can take our little headband down. And then, you know, you're good to CD. Just kidding. You're good to have a good time. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, write them in the comment section, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Dustin, I'm sure, will let me know anything. So that's always great. And then I can focus them at the beginning of the next episode. Maybe we can do that. Ask me questions about anything I've done before. We can quickly go over it before I lead into the next lesson. You know, I think that's a great idea. You should do that to whoever's watching, the 4 or 6 people. I'm hoping there's that many. But thank you again for coming into, I was about to call it a sip with Ella. What the hell? If you're curious though, and you have nothing to do tonight, tune into A Sip of Sparkle, because I will be there while she's making nice autumnal aperitifs. Some seasonal drinks she'll be making, and it's gonna be fantastic. But also tune into next week too, because next week we are discussing something. A smoky eye. We're doing a quick and easy smoky eye. That's what we're doing. So, because we need to get ready for the holiday season and Christmas parties are coming up. Maybe things are looking a little weird right now with COVID, so we'll have like a tiny little moment where you can dress up for yourself, or you can dress up for your Zoom meeting. I don't know, but everyone likes a hint more glam on Christmas time. And then, yeah, that's it. Thank you for coming in. Do you feel like I feel like now I'm looking myself in the mirror, I feel so much more alive. I feel beautiful. I feel stunning. I feel not basic.